Okay. Bro, I love the Super Bowl, man.
The Super Bowl was fire. I'm glad we had a Super Bowl party, a bunch of us and our friends. I know we're rolling already. Before you, but don't give me the face. Yeah, we had a Super Bowl party.
Cheeky. Let me be cheeky.
It was fun. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
The Eagles won, thankfully.
It's like the Winter Soldier, the way that they hit them again and again and again and again.
It's wow, deep Marvel Rivals cut. Yeah, it was a great game. It was a bit of a blowout. I stopped paying attention in like the fourth quarter. Because it was like the deficit was so big.
Yeah, like they went up 34-0, so they were in garbage time.
Dude, no three-peat. He's not in the conversation for GOAT no more.
Dude, an official intro, by the way. Welcome back to Off the Clock.
Yeah.
I'm Alex.
I'm Cory.
And this weekend was the biggest weekend in marketing, arguably, of the entire year because it was Super Bowl weekend where everyone pays $8 million to get like the little 30-second ads that play during the Super Bowl, which is kind of insane. But the game was just so good because I think Patrick Mahomes needed to be humbled.
Agreed.
Do you ever think about like how there have been people who have been playing on the Chiefs for 3 years who didn't know what it was like to lose a season yet?
I did not think about that until you just said that.
Yeah.
That's really annoying.
Yeah. So I think it's important that they're humbled. I'm seeing clips on like social media of like this kid in a Chiefs like jersey just sobbing on the couch.
Yeah, he's like, I've never felt this emotion before. It's his first time experiencing what loss is. That's awesome, man.
And I feel vindicated. I feel like we're coming back down to earth.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of really awesome ads. Aside from the ads as well, there was the halftime performance from Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, we can talk about the halftime
really
performance
good.
as well. I thought it was okay.
I thought it was...
I wanted him to play I wanted him to play some of his older stuff. He played like mostly his newer album stuff, which is very like West Coast, which is cool. I like West Coast music, but I don't know. I would have loved to see like, Damn. I would have loved to see, what was it, Love? We were listening to it in the car.
I want to be with you, I want to be with...
I would have loved to see stuff like that. Not like Us came on. It was the crowd erupted. It was awesome.
Dude, you must have had like the worst weekend ever if you're like a Drake fan and a Kansas City fan and like, I don't know.
If you're like a white lady who's like 25, you had the worst weekend ever.
Yeah, because Taylor Swift got booed when she came up on screen.
Yeah. Also, I learned as well, I told Alex this yesterday, Trump was at the game. That's the first time a U.S. president, like a sitting U.S. president, has ever been to the Super Bowl. Which is a weird stat. Like how...
That doesn't make any sense. Because like you're telling me that Barack Obama didn't want to witness like Tom Brady's
That's what I'm saying.
Excellence?
Yeah. If no one else, I'm not really sure how Barack Obama couldn't carve out like one day to go to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
But yeah, he was there. He got cheered and Taylor Swift got booed. So that was pretty fun. And then he made fun of her on Truth Social, which is awesome. We live in the greatest time ever.
He's such a sassy little guy. He is. But he's also our sitting president. So that's interesting.
The halftime performance was okay. I was getting live tweets from my mom about the halftime performance.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're watching, hello, Mom. Yeah, she was like, I don't like this halftime performance. And I was like, yeah. My mom was like, yeah, it doesn't appeal to a wide audience. And I was like, I don't know how to tell you this.
I mean, hey, her and a lot of white America.
Rap is the biggest genre rap's the biggest genre, and he won 5 Grammys last week. I feel like the audience is pretty wide, but she did bring up some good points. She's like, I don't really like the dancers and the costumes are kind of boring, which is fine because I liked Rihanna. Like comparing it to Rihanna's performance before, I liked Rihanna's better, and people gave her a lot of flack. As well when her performance, like when it happened. Because they were like, oh my God, she's so pregnant. She can't do anything.
But hey, she's still saying all the lights.
She did. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of best Super Bowl ad of all time, the Kanye ad that he paid for. I don't know if you've seen the ad.
I didn't see it.
Okay, because I don't know if it made broadcast television. Like we were watching on Tubi. And Tubi had their own ad, which was very interesting. The cowboy hat ad.
Oh yeah, that ad was weird.
Yeah. So we're talking about Super Bowl ads this episode. I have a list in front of me of all the Super Bowl ads that I thought were interesting to mention. And my list is broken down into good, bad, and weird. Yeah. And the only one I have under weird is the Tubi ad. Because it's like, the point of it was, you can find Westerns on our platform and you can find the things that you're interested in viewing, I guess. It sticks out in your mind, so it's better than a lot of the other ads that were just, celebrity slop, but we'll get into that.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the ads, I would recommend pulling them up either as we're talking about them or pausing the video or watching them afterwards or something. I'm sure you can find a compilation somewhere online.
Yes.
Because, I don't even know how to describe to you how the Tubi ad is. It's like a guy, but he has a cowboy hat on, but it's like in
made
his
of
head.
Flesh.
Yeah, it's made of flesh.
Yeah. So what I'm probably going to do for editing, and this depends on if we get copyright claimed or not. So
that's true.
If you guys are seeing the ads, that means that I managed to skirt around awesome copyright.
Whoopee.
I'm probably going to put it over our videos, like same layout that we did for the tier list episode where we ranked all the classes. And you're going to see the ads. You're not going to hear the ads. You're going to hear us because that's the point. This is Editing Room Alex. We were not able to get around the copyright claims. However, every ad that we talk about in this episode is listed in a playlist in the description, so feel free to check that out after you watch our episode. Bye-bye. But there were a lot of really awesome ads. Going back to the Kendrick performance, though, before we fully move on from that, I think what he was going for was a lot more like performance art rather than playing a concert and he wasn't trying to please the people. He was trying to make a piece of art that would live beyond the Super Bowl.
Sure.
And that's not necessarily for everybody because he had Samuel Jackson coming out as Uncle Sam. It was very politically themed in terms of, the red, white, and blue people in the flag of America.
Yeah.
He divided the American flag and started singing in the middle of it, talking about, the revolution. The revolution will be televised, but it's the right time and the wrong guy or something like that. I think the bar was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a bar he said multiple times on his his album and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. It was just fine. It was like a 7 out of 10.
Hey, listen, he did Peekaboo and I was sitting there.
Peekaboo was cool.
I just put some boogers in my chain. Peekaboo.
Yeah, Peekaboo was cool. TV Off was good. He brought Mustard out, which is awesome.
He did bring Mustard out, which was huge. He brought SZA out.
Oh, I really loved that he brought SZA out.
She was not singing into that microphone.
Yeah.
But, hey, she's got a great voice.
That's true. No, I do love SZA. I wish he kept her around.
Yeah.
She's great. She should get a Super Bowl performance, honestly.
I could see it.
You're a SZA hater. It's fine.
I'm not a SZA hater. Okay, so SZA was my number one listened to artist of 2023.
Yeah, but you're she's too messy for you now.
She's, okay, so I won't dwell on this point too much, but SZA, she reeks of insecurity in her music. If you listen to any of her music, you'd understand that. That's been one of her themes since the first few albums that she put out. And when I was younger, I messed with it more. I feel like I've moved beyond that point in my life. She's a great vocalist, and I like her features. She's really good on features. But I don't think she could headline a performance on her own just because it would be the vibes might not be there for a Super Bowl or something like that.
Sure, yeah. She has a bit of a somber tone most of the time.
Yeah, you want someone who's bombastic and super good energy that you're having. You want a Bruno Mars or The Weeknd. The Weeknd I think does the SZA thing, except he has more poppier hits.
Sure. Yeah,
and
we were talking about it in the car on the way back. We were talking about the best Super Bowl performances because I think they've been pretty okay the last couple of years, but nothing has topped The Weeknd. I think The Weeknd was the last 10 out of 10 Super Bowl performance I saw.
I agree because he was using the set to the best.
Yeah, the set was really cool.
The Mirror House.
Yeah. Speaking of the set, I did really like the set for Kendrick Lamar. Even though it wasn't super, in your face or grandiose, the Black Grand National on the stage and everyone's coming out of it in the trunk and the thing, that was awesome. I thought that was really cool.
I think it was incredibly well performed, not to everybody's taste and not something that some people would want out of the Super Bowl necessarily.
Sure.
But I think it was very well performed and the themes were there. Something that I saw, by the way, when I was looking at Super Bowl ads is, the channel New Rockstars?
No.
They do analysis on the MCU videos where it's here's top 10 Easter eggs you may have missed in this Thunderbolts trailer or something.
Okay, so it's Watch Mojo.
Yeah, they did that for the Kendrick Super Bowl halftime performance.
That's awesome.
And it's just, I didn't click on the video, but if I clicked on the video, I'd probably see the pastiest white dude being so when Kendrick had
when K-Dot
dissed Drake, it actually goes back to a long-standing beef.
Yep.
But I think we've talked about the Kendrick performance long enough.
Sure, yeah.
Let's start getting towards the ads.
To the ads, yeah.
So what was one of your favorite ads that you liked this Super Bowl?
Okay, I really liked the Coors Light ad, but I love sloths. I think they're very cute. And it's very much giving that Zootopia, sloth DMV kind of vibe.
Yeah.
The ad, if we don't put it up, is, there's a bunch of sloths in this office and they're moving slow, and then there's instead of a high speed chase, it's a slow speed chase.
Yep. Where even the cop is a sloth.
Yeah, everyone's a sloth. And it eventually culminates to being you have a case. Here's a case of the Mondays, and a case of the Mondays is like a 24-pack of Coors Light.
Which great, because like a bunch of people are going to be hungover after the Super Bowl. No one wants to do anything on the Monday. I think they played to the theming really well. They hit on what I think is one of the most important pieces of Super Bowl advertising, or just widespread advertising, is it something that the Facebook moms will like?
Yeah, and I think it's the first time I've ever seen anyone do a case of the Mondays. And that's an incredible tagline. I like that a lot. I'm surprised I've never seen any beer company do that before.
Yeah, it was inventive. It was creative.
Yeah. Also, I think this is like a step in the right direction for Coors Light, because Coors Light, or just Coors in general, their brand is literally just like, hey, our beer is like really cold, and that's it. Like, it doesn't really have anything.
Okay, it's like, why not just put a Corona in like a deep freezer?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Corona's got like the Find Your Beach, like all this other stuff. Budweiser has all the animals. Yeah, they always do the animals.
I want to say Corona also had an ad. Who was the ad that was Post Malone and Shane Gillis?
Dude, I have no idea. That sounds like Bud Light.
I think that was Bud Light. Let me double check.
Post Malone's a big Bud Light. What do I want to say? Like ambassador, I think. But anyway, while he's looking that up, I think it was a step in the right.
Light.
Yeah, it was a step in the right direction for Coors, for sure. Case of the Mondays is great. So that's definitely my top two ads is that, and then the other one is the Google Pixel ad. And I don't normally get like, when I see an ad, it doesn't really, touch me in any like meaningful way. If it's funny, that's a good ad, this, that, and the third. But the Google Pixel ad is, he is using like the Google Pixel assistant to train himself for his interview, right? To like psych himself up for his interview. And so the Google Pixel assistant is, tell me about the job where you learned the most. And he goes into, talking about like his job as a father. And then it's like a flashback of like his daughter's entire life. And it's like, I had to learn to make quick decisions. And it's like stopping his daughter from putting shoes in the dishwasher. And he's like, I had to, admit and learn when I was wrong and how to deal with that. And it's him, and his daughter arguing. And then it's like all of these kind of things, these fatherly duties that he, turns into, basically what everyone writes on their resume. And I thought that maybe it's just because I'm like so deep in resume like pilled, and like LinkedIn pilled, but it touched me. I like that ad a lot. And at the end, he sets the phone down. It's the Google Pixel on the table. The logo's out, and he opens the meeting, and he's like, it's like, oh, hey, thank you for joining us. Are you ready for the interview? And he's ready.
That's great.
I thought it was a great ad.
Resonates a lot with a lot of people, because I know like anxiety over job interviews is one of the most common things that people
universal feeling.
Exactly.
Also, it looked sort of like a Wyden Kennedy ad. I don't know what the agency was that did it. Wyden Kennedy is the people that do Nike, by the way. So when you think about the Nike ads, when they're super like the very cinematic, like low light and inspiring story, is very much a Wyden Kennedy, a Wyden Kennedy kind of angle.
I'm looking this up to see if that's what they did. I know. Okay, so
they did do the
they definitely did
one.
the Nike one, which is the other important ad that I think is most important to bring up, because they were talking about all the female athletes. Like, they had Caitlin Clark in there. They had a lot of the Olympians. They had Asia Wilson. They had a bunch of.
I feel like the gymnast whose name I'm forgetting, the GOAT.
Simone Biles?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
She might have been in it. I don't know.
They had some gymnast. I'm pretty sure it was Simone Biles, but like her face wasn't super forward.
Yeah, they had a bunch of like very, very good, very, very prolific might be the wrong word, but very popular athletes who are very accomplished. And it was like the first time that they've done a Nike ad where it's like all female athletes. Yeah. Which I think is really showing like the cultural shift in terms of, women's sports are becoming a lot more popular. We're seeing Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. That's popping off a lot more. I think it's very inspiring to like a lot of young girls.
It's definitely like a second wave of, because before this it was pretty much just Serena and Venus Williams and tennis. But this is sort of like we're seeing a cascading effect, beyond just tennis into other sports as well.
Exactly.
So I thought it was really cool. I like that ad as well. Which one is the ad? The one with the the boxing, the kid that's boxing.
That was the one I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
The Pfizer ad.
Yeah,
so it was a kid starts in his hospital bed.
Mm-hmm.
He's watching this boxer on TV, and he hops out of his bed. He's got his little boxing gloves on. He's wandering down the hall. Everyone's cheering him on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then it's the tagline I think is like, "We are gonna knock out cancer," and then it's Pfizer. Which it's really cute because you got the little kid who's fighting cancer. That's great.
I thought that was a cute ad.
Yeah,
I liked that ad a lot. Also, I think it's one of the few, not drug ads, but these sort of medical like pharmaceutical company ads that isn't so. I don't want to say sterilized, but
trite and like you feel like you've seen it a million times. Where it's like, because of Wegovy, I managed to lose 15 pounds, and now I can lift my kid again.
Yeah, and it's like, it's some old lady gardening, and then it's some old guy like high-fiving his son at baseball practice or whatever.
And then like a guy throwing a frisbee to his dog. And
yes! Oh my God, I feel like I've seen the black guy throwing the frisbee a million times.
Yeah, like a bunch of stock footage where it's just like they're listing off a bunch of side effects for the drug, but you don't care because you're looking at the cute kids and the cute dogs.
So I liked this was a good ad for that. I mean, I would hope that if they were spending this amount of money on an ad slot, they wouldn't just throw like a bunch of stock footage.
Yeah. Another one that I liked was the Instacart ad, which was...
Oh, dude, I popped off on the couch when the Instacart ad came on.
It was Avengers Endgame, but for food brands, because they had the Green Giant up in there.
They brought back Pumpy Monkey Baby.
They had Pumpy Monkey Baby in there. They had Chester the Cheeto cheetah.
They had Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean, by the way, the most incredible running form I've ever seen. He looked like the Flash. It was crazy.
He could race Noah Lyles.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. But yeah, it was just a bunch of the different food brands and cleaning brands and just things that you get at the grocery store. And it was an Instacart ad.
Everybody sort of sat up on the couch and was like, whoa, what's happening?
It's like, what? That's the brand. That's the mascot I recognize.
Yeah, wait, what's happening? And then eventually it all culminates into they all hop into this bag that gets left on somebody's doorstep, and it's the Instacart logo. And so... I don't know. I feel like it was definitely Alex and I were just hitting the, Instacart.
Yeah. It's a good way of like tying in a bunch of like trusted brand logos and a bunch of trusted brand mascots to support your brand, which is really nice.
It's a great ad. Yeah. It's a really good ad.
Very, very solid ad. I think it's I would like to see more ads like that where it's things I recognize, but not in a trite way, which talking about a bad ad that was thing I recognize but done bad.
Sure.
So you can always tell it's like rearing up into Super Bowl ad season because you'll see like, oh, this film star and this film star get together for like a reunion thing, or like we're bringing back this thing or whatever.
Yeah. It was like the Paramount Plus ad last year, where it was just like a bunch of not Arthur. Who's the kid? His head's shaped like a football. Arnold.
Oh,
Hey Arnold.
Yeah, Hey Arnold.
They had Hey Arnold. They had the guy who plays Batman's butler.
Alfred.
Yeah, they had Alfred. They had a bunch of people, and I was just like, what?
They had like Dora in there. They had SpongeBob. It's like, what are we doing? But
what are we doing?
They had a couple ads that were kind of like that, where it's affectionately, maybe not affectionately, we'll refer to this as sort of like celebrity slop.
Yeah.
Where it's, this is thing I recognize, but there's no inventiveness or no creativity to it.
Yeah. My God, that's popular celebrity.
Exactly. I think the worst offender of this was probably the Disney Plus ad, which you don't even recognize. I know we saw it because I was watching a bunch of the ads.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember it.
I was watching a bunch of the ads before like we recorded this just to, get a refresher. And it was showing a bunch of like different Disney properties where it's like, what if like Simba never came back home? What if Elsa never learned how to let it go? What if every second didn't count? And they show like footage of the bear. And it's just them showing a bunch of their shows. It's like, what if there were no murders in the building? And then they go,
is the bear on Disney Plus?
The bear is on Hulu, which is connected to Disney Plus. So it's
I just want to never mind.
It's a package deal. But they followed that up by going, but Simba did find his way home. And Elsa did let it go.
Oh, okay.
And every second did count.
Oh.
And there were murders in that building.
I thought they were going to give us like alternate universe endings. That would have been more interesting. Much more interesting.
It was literally like, it showed like footage of like the Avengers, for example. It was like, what if the Avengers never did assemble? And just showed them like fading out like with a PowerPoint like fade animation thing. It was sloppy.
That's awful.
It just didn't add anything.
Yeah.
It feels
it's
like...
not what I'm expecting from Disney.
It's not what I'm expecting from a big brand company that's spending $8 million on this ad.
Probably more.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was longer than 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Although one of my favorite things that Disney does do is, I think the last time they did it was when the new Doctor Strange movie was coming out. But they put the little 30-second teaser trailer for their bigger trailer for their upcoming MCU movie. This year they did it with Thunderbolts, and the Thunderbolts trailer was pretty good.
What is Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts is, what if we take all of the bad guys who we didn't kill from the previous movies and we make them into a team? It's like Suicide Squad.
Like a Suicide Squad or something?
Yeah. But it's got like John Walker, the bad Captain America. It's got Black Widow's sister. It's got Black Widow's dad.
Oh my God, it's all rejects.
It's got
Boo.
Ghost from Ant-Man 2. It's got Taskmaster from Black Widow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. That sounds awful.
The movie looks really good.
Really?
It actually looks good. We might be so back. MCU heads, we might be so back.
We are not so back.
But another one of the bad ads I wasn't a fan of, and the original one I was talking about, where it's like celebrity slop, is they did a Hellman's ad with Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan, who were recreating a scene from When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, okay. I've never seen this.
Yeah. So When Harry Met Sally is one of my favorite movies. Very, very strong romantic comedy. A lot of great chemistry between them.
Sure.
But it's them. There's a scene in the movie where they're having lunch, and Billy Crystal is like women don't fake orgasms. They don't do that.
Okay.
And then she fakes one in the middle of the restaurant, and then a guy at the other table goes, "I'll have what she's having."
Oh.
And it's like a super iconic scene in cinema.
Sure.
They recreated that scene.
Oh, is that the one with Sydney Sweeney?
That was the one with Sydney Sweeney.
Bro, my eyes rolled so hard, it almost hit the back of my head.
Yeah. So we had like 60-something-year-old Meg Ryan
Yeah.
faking an orgasm over this Hellman's mayonnaise on her sandwich.
Oh, yeah. I remember the ad now. And
Yeah.
it was way too much mayonnaise.
And it was way too much mayonnaise. It's referential without... Like, it's referential in the sense where it's like, hey, you saw this movie.
Hey, you know this.
You saw this movie.
Yeah.
But the scene itself doesn't work out of context, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I literally have
And
no
also,
idea what
you're
it
just
is.
watching a 60-something-year-old woman fake an orgasm on
Yeah,
in your Super Bowl
that's
commercial.
kind of strange. Also, and then they just pan the camera, and it's like, and then there's Sydney Sweeney. And
Yeah.
when she came on the screen, I was like, why is she here?
Mhm.
And she goes, I'll have what she's having. And then I went, okay.
Yeah, if you don't get the reference, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
If you
it makes zero sense.
If you watch the movie and like the movie, it will
leave a bad taste in your mouth.
feel yeah.
Sort of like Hellman's mayonnaise.
And we connect there.
And we're never getting sponsored.
Another semi-related ad, one that I did like though,
Mhm.
was the breast cancer ad, where it was showing a bunch of like cheerleaders and a bunch of very attractive women, and then it was like, pay attention to our breasts or something, and it was a breast cancer ad.
That's funny. I don't remember seeing this.
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing because this wasn't a part of my rewatch, but I know it was one of the ads because like there's two different versions of it. For a lot of these ads, they did like a teaser ad early in the thing, and then they did like a follow-up ad.
Yeah.
And the teaser ad ended with like Haley Steinfeld being like, just staring into camera and being like, "Our breasts matter. Pay attention to our breasts." And
That's
it's like,
funny.
You know what?
I get that.
You got my attention.
Yeah, you got it.
It's good at captivating, the male demographic, which is a lot of the people who watch the Super Bowl.
I see you have the Nerds ad here is good.
I like the Nerds ad because listen, it's the Nerds gummy cluster guy going down Bourbon Street while Shabuzi's singing a song. I think with a lot of these ads, you want to have, you want your brand to be recognized early so people are thinking about your brand when they're watching the ad, you know? So that they build like that good sentiment, that good impression.
Sure.
I've seen a lot of ads where it's just like, this is a completely separate like little short story that we're doing, and also like buy a Nissan, you know?
Yeah, car ads are very
yeah. And there's a car egregious. There's a car ad that they did do during the Super Bowl that I liked. But the Shabuzi ad was like fine. Shabuzi's a very popular artist,
pour me up a double shot of
everybody
whiskey.
In the bar getting tipsy.
Yeah.
Like that song's huge, so good get like celebrity wise.
Yeah. Nerds Gummy Clusters, they have some pretty out there ads, but all of them are, I don't know, okay, they're not out there. It's just like their ad sort of the essence of their brand is like rainbow candy time. Like it doesn't really I want them to do something sort of different.
Yeah.
Like I've seen what feels like that Nerds Gummy Cluster ad. I've seen the first 5 to 8 seconds of it on my YouTube for the last 6 months. So it doesn't feel like why am I like it, by all standards, it's a pretty good ad. Like, the brand is front facing. They get a celebrity slop to do it.
The mascot is cute.
Yeah, the mascot's cute. The product is even like pretty good. Like, Nerds Gummy Clusters is pretty popular.
Also, it's a step up in terms of celebrity compared to who they had last year. Do you know who they had last year?
I don't remember who they had last year.
They had Addison Rae.
Oh my God, they did.
Addison Rae gets cut to for 2 seconds, eats a Nerds Gummy Cluster, and goes.
No.
She like smiles into the camera.
Dude, I'm thinking about last year's Super Bowl ads. They were so. This year was better.
Yeah,
this year was better.
This year we have a lot less crypto, which is good.
More
AI, but less crypto.
Dude, the Matt Damon crypto ad. That was awesome.
Which, another good ad, by the way, with Matt Damon in it. I think it was like Stella, some drink thing. The David Beckham ad.
It's Stella's a beer.
So. Yeah. It was David Beckham as a twin brother. The twin brother is Dave Beckham in America, and he's Matt Damon. And they bond over their love of Stella. And it was a cute ad.
Sure.
Nice little story. I was interested. Matt Damon's charismatic. David Beckham is charismatic.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying is I just want something a little different from Nerds. It feels like every ad I see from them is the same, which is maybe is good for brand consistency, but I'm sort of like, I'm over it. Yeah. I get it. I know they're nerds. I know they're candy. I know they're rainbow.
Like, they could be the M&Ms, you know? And I feel like M&Ms is really good at making like different and inventive ads.
Yes. Like their formula is good. Like, they have consistency in that the M&M characters, but the characters are always doing different things. Yeah. So it doesn't feel as stale. That's a really good idea. Yeah. Yeah. They need to do what I really want them to do. This is a deep cut for a lot of other Gen Zs out there is I want to see Nerds do like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Where they like personify the cereal or they personify the Nerds. Got you. Okay. And then they actually do something.
Yeah, no, they're almost kind of doing that with the Gummy Clusters thing.
You can turn the Nerds into minions, bro. It'll work. I promise it'll work. I promise it'll work.
Yeah, I feel like making your mascot be like a cute thing that talks is usually there's a reason it's a tried and true formula and why a billion different brands do it, because it builds connection with this fictional character that you don't
rather than like dude, I ate a Nerds Gummy Cluster, now there's a big one in Bourbon Street, and also I'm Shabuzi. Like, I don't get man, I get it.
And also another thing that's good about having mascots is they age better compared to celebrities.
True. Because they can have what's it called, PR problems, and then you don't want to run your ad or you don't want it front facing anymore. That's a good point.
I'll say one of the car ad I was going to mention that was pretty good. I don't know if you remember this, but I do. So during the Super Bowl, there were small gaps in my memory of what happened. Yeah. But the one ad I was able to pick out was did you remember the Goldilocks ad with Glenn Powell in it?
I vaguely remember the Goldilocks. Yeah, wait, I do. And then he what ad is that for? Is that Ram or Jeep?
It is a Ram. Okay. Yeah. He drives off in a Ram and he just like goes and hunts a dragon.
And And he's got like a bunch of bears in the truck with him. Yeah, okay, that ad was pretty good. Yeah, that's a good car ad.
Yeah, I was reading the comment section on the YouTube video, and the entire comment section is like, dude, ads are so back. Like, we need more ads like this. Dude, America is going back to like the way that things should have been.
People really like those ads.
Yeah, people really enjoyed the ad. It was cute. You know, it was just you got Glenn Powell, who's super big right now in a bunch of different movies.
Yeah, celeb slop, but they did it pretty okay. I like that.
Yeah, bad celeb slop was the Chris Pratt, like Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, the meta ad.
Yeah,
I keep seeing it on my YouTube as well. They're getting it's playing it. I get the concept. Also, like the what is it? Isn't it Kris Jenner, the Kardashians' mom? She's also in there.
Oh, I just got it because it's another Chris.
Yeah.
So it's like all the Chris.
Yeah. But it's like, I get the idea. Like the point is supposed to be like, hey Meta, what's this weird dumb modern art thing that I'm seeing because I don't understand it. And like it feels like punching down a bit. Yeah. Which it's like, okay man, I get it.
Yeah.
But the Meta glasses, if they as a product, I don't feel like they are a product that is worth marketing right now. Because are they out? Do they do anything?
I don't know if they might be out.
If so, I don't know they're out. Yeah. I don't know they do anything. I don't know they're open.
They didn't really show the product that well and show off the features.
Yeah, so it was mostly just like the bit of 3 Chris's and also, dude, isn't modern art so weird and dumb? And I also ate a banana. Dude, there's like a
banana, bro. Yeah. It's taped to the wall.
And then they were like, oh my God, it's like $6 million. Yeah. Weird. Bad ad.
Yeah. But I think that's most of the ads that
is definitely most of the ads.
I know there's one ad that they keep running back, which I don't know why they keep running it back, because I don't feel like it has never made me feel anything. I don't know if it's doing good metrics wise.
Okay.
But the homes.com ads with they have like the actors from the show Schitt's Creek, where they're like rich and entitled and crazy whatever. And
I don't know.
Last year they had Jeff Goldblum and it was pretty good. This year I don't know if they had a celebrity endorsement on that ad.
I don't know what this ad is. I don't know what the show is.
And you know
I don't know what the company does.
That's the worst thing an ad can be, is forgettable. Because he definitely saw it. He doesn't even remember seeing it.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Talking about like previous Super Bowl ads, I'm still reeling from the crypto ads from last year. It was crazy.
Dude, the Larry David one was maybe an all-timer. I'll say it.
Dude, that ad is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Larry David, I don't know if it's some kind of genius ploy from him to be like, he just wanted to take the check and he wanted to do the ad, but he didn't want to actually put his cosign on it.
Yeah.
But it aged incredibly. I love it. That's an awesome ad.
Yeah.
That's a super S tier ad. Probably some of the best all time.
For those of you who don't remember this ad, it was a crypto.com ad that had Larry David representing people in history who have been wrong.
Yeah.
Where it's like the wheel. Oh, you're not going to use that. You don't really need to use that.
Yeah, and he's like, why? What are you doing with this?
You're doing too much with all that. And
then it's like a toilet, and he's like, I'm not gonna use that.
Bro, just dig a hole.
Yeah, we just poop outside.
And then it's like a person inventing coffee where it's like, oh, this tastes disgusting.
Yeah, this tastes. He drinks it and he goes, people aren't gonna drink this.
Yeah, and it's like, here's a safe and secure way to
trade crypto.
And he's like, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's like, pass.
Yeah. Which
turns
out he was right.
Yeah.
He finally got one.
The tagline was "Don't be like Larry," which was awesome.
Yeah, I think very good ad. What are some other good all-time
Super
Bowl
Reddit
ads?
ad from the Super Bowl. Do you not remember this?
I don't remember this.
So this counts as a crypto ad, and the backstory for this is a bunch of people on Reddit got into Dogecoin when it was super stupid. I remember hearing about Dogecoin when I was like 14, by the way, and I was like, dude, I should mine some, but I didn't know how to do it because I was stupid.
Yeah.
And Dogecoin, stupid coin, people mined so much of it, and then it just got pumped and pumped and pumped and pumped. I think some of it was like Elon Musk being like, Doge,
dude, Doge, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's
and eventually Dogecoin gets to like 90 cents or $1. And there are like there's genuinely a lot of Dogecoin millionaires where just like a bunch of like sweaty kids in their basement, sweaty teens in their basement that mined Dogecoin for fun, and then it mooned and people sold a bunch, and so a bunch of people on Reddit that were Dogecoin millionaires decided we should pool a bunch of money. We should pool some of our money and then just buy a Super Bowl ad for Reddit.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, and the Super Bowl ad, if you want to look it up, the Super Bowl ad is like very short. It's like 10 seconds. It's not even 30 seconds. And it's just like the Reddit logo. It's sort of like the technical difficulties screen, and it's the Reddit logo, and then it bounces around the thing like the Dish or DirecTV thing, and then it ends, and that's it.
All right.
And I thought that ad was very cool, even though I'm not a big crypto guy, and I think those guys are annoying and stupid.
I can't find it immediately, but I'm sure it was good. If I find it after this, then I'll put it up on screen.
Yeah, I like that ad.
Yeah. Oh, another ad from this year's Super Bowl that was pretty good. I think I forget which toilet paper brand it was, but the one that was just like, here's a bathroom break. Here's 30 seconds where we're not going to show you anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. That's such a good ad.
Yeah.
That's a great concept. I like that a lot. It's unfortunate that I don't remember and I don't know the brand, so it probably is not.
I want to say it was like Charmin, but
Charmin. Okay, but it feels like it's weird for Charmin to do that and not have like the Bears are their entire like brand consistency. Angel Soft. Oh, I remember this baby. I remember seeing.
Yeah, they had a little angel baby come up on screen, and then they said, "All right, here's 30 seconds.
Go pee."
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Which consumers need that. Consumers like that.
Yeah, that's a cool. That's a little nod. I like that.
Ties in with their brand, and it must have been super cheap on overhead because it's just like a blank screen for
probably
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, pitching that's got to be a nightmare, though.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'd like to buy a Super Bowl ad slot and do nothing with it.
I mean, I think it's not as flashy compared to some of these other ads, obviously, but you're saving so much because you don't have, J.K. Simmons or 50 billion other celebrities.
Sure, you're saving on like production costs, but I don't know. I feel like there was probably a lot of pushback. They probably had to fight for that one pretty hard.
Yeah. Oh, my God. You want to know my all-time worst ad from last year?
What?
Bro. Jesus washed feet.
Dude, the AI. Okay, there was another one this year.
What was the AI ad? Oh, I know there was another He Sees Us ad.
Yeah, He Sees Us, but it wasn't. It didn't look as AI as last year.
Yeah.
But the Jesus Washes Feet ad was kind of peculiar.
Like,
why? First off, why are we using AI to make the feet don't look right? If you're gonna do an ad about washing feet, the feet gotta look right.
Yeah.
But it was AI done. It was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Yeah, this year's ad was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
I was kind of confused. I was like, whoa, what is this for?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is this for? And then at the end, it was like the He Sees Us, and I was like,
Yeah, but I think we're about out of ads.
Yeah, we're about out of ads and about out of time.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If
Absolutely.
there are any Super Bowl ads that we neglected to mention that you thought were really good,
comment.
Feel free to mention it in the comment section down below. But we're going to start getting back on the clock. So be sure to show up to our general body meeting for AMA. We didn't talk about the last general body meeting, but we had a really great guest speaker who was talking about
He talked about AI.
Yeah, he was showing these little AI pictures of
yeah, bro. Dude, I made a hippo out of toilet paper, bro. Look. I love AI.
Yeah. But we're gonna have a really awesome guest speaker next week.
We can't say anything. I forgot about this.
Who it is?
Yeah, we can't say who it is or who they work for. Okay, I don't know why we can't do that.
We might not even be able to say this, but it's super secret, super awesome guest speaker next week. We can't say anything about them or who they are.
Yeah, you should come.
If you want to be in on the secret, show up to BSN 225 at 4:45 p.m. on Tuesday. That's going to be the day after this comes out, but every week, 4:45 on Tuesdays, we're going to be there.
Yeah, super secret guest speaker that's going to talk, I guess, about super secret stuff.
Yes, and he or she or they are going to talk about very cool things in the world of marketing, and they may or may not have super cool accreditation. So
yeah,
check them out. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Share this with anyone who you think might be interested.
Share this with 10 people.
Yes. Get 10 people on your friends list and tag them, and we'll enter you in a giveaway for nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.